summer. This poses risks to the agricultural sector. 229. The negative impacts of climate change on agriculture are mostly felt in the south of the country, which has a steppe climate. In the north, some crops may be able to benefit from a longer growing season. 230. The World Bank has stated that Ukraine is highly vulnerable to climate change. 231. Biodiversity. Pine forest near Klavdivo, Bukharian, Kyiv Oblast, Ukraine contains 6 terrestrial ecoregions: Central European mixed forests, Crimean and submediterranean forest complex, East European forest steppe, Pannonian mixed forests, Carpathian mountain conifer forests, and Pontic steppe. 232. There is what more coniferous than deciduous forest. 233. The most densely forested area is Polysia in the northwest, with pine, oak, and birch. 233. There are 45,000 species of animal. 234, with approximately 385 endangered species listed in their data book of Ukraine. 235. Internationally important wetlands cover over 7,000 square kilometers, 2,700 square mi, with Danube Delta being important for conservation. 236. 237. Urban areas. Ukraine has 457 cities, of which 176 are designated as Oblast class, 279 as small Orion class cities, and 2 as special legal status cities. There are also 886 urban type settlements and 28,552 villages. 238. Largest cities or towns in Ukraine 2021. 2. Rank name region pop. Rank name region pop. Kyiv. Kyiv Kharkiv. Kharkiv 1 Kyiv City 2,962,18011 Luhansk 399,559 Odessa Dnipro 2 Kharkiv 1,433,88612 Vinnytsia 370,6013 Odessa 1,015,82613 Makiyivka Donetsk 340,3374 Dnipropetrovsk 980,94814 Sevastopol City 340,2975 Donetsk 905,36415 Simferopol Crimea 336,3306 Zaporizhzhia 722,71316 Chernihiv 285,2347 Lviv 721,51017 Kherson 283,6498 Kryvyi Rih Dnipropetrovsk 612,75018 Poltava 283,4029 Mykolaiv 476,10119 Khmelnytsky 274,58210 Mariupol Donetsk 431,85920 Cherkasy 272,651 Politics. Ukraine is a republic under a semi-presidential system with separate legislative, executive, and judicial branches. 239. Constitution. Chart of the political system of Ukraine. The Constitution of Ukraine was adopted and ratified at the 5th session of the Verkhovna Rada, the Parliament of Ukraine, on the 28th of June 1996. 240. The Constitution was passed with 315 ayes out of 450 votes possible, 300 ayes minimum. 240. All other laws and other normative legal acts of Ukraine must conform to the Constitution. The right to amend the Constitution through a special legislative procedure is vested exclusively in the Parliament. The only body that may interpret the Constitution and determine whether legislation conforms to it is the Constitutional Court of Ukraine. Since 1996, the public holiday Constitution Day is celebrated on 28 June. 241, 242. On the 7th of February 2019, the Verkhovna Rada voted to amend the constitution to state Ukraine's strategic objectives as joining the European Union and NATO. 243. President, Parliament and Government. Volodymyr Zelensky official portrait. JPG. FL 1/2 n 1/4 cubed degree in 2023, cropped. JPG. Volodymyr Zelensky President denies Shmihal. Prime Minister. The President is elected by popular vote for a 5-year term and is the formal head of state. 244. Ukraine's legislative branch includes the 450-seat unicameral parliament, the Verkhovna Rada. 245. The parliament is primarily responsible for the formation of the executive branch and the cabinet of ministers, headed by the prime minister. 246. The president retains the authority to nominate the ministers of foreign affairs and of defense for parliamentary approval, as well as the power to appoint the prosecutor general and the head of the security service. 247. Laws, acts of the parliament and the cabinet, presidential decrees, and acts of the Crimean Parliament may be abrogated by the Constitutional Court, should they be found to violate the Constitution. Other normative acts are subject to judicial review. The Supreme Court is the main body in the system of courts of general jurisdiction. Local self-government is officially guaranteed. Local councils and city mayors are popularly elected and exercise control over local budgets. The heads of regional and district administrations are appointed by the President in accordance with the proposals of the Prime Minister. 248. Courts and law enforcement. Martial law in Ukraine was declared immediately the Russians invaded in February 2022. 249, and continues. 250. The courts enjoy legal, financial and constitutional freedom guaranteed by Ukrainian law since 2002. Judges are largely well protected from dismissal, except in instance of gross misconduct. Court justices are appointed by presidential decree for an initial period of 5 years, after which Ukraine's Supreme Council confirms their positions for life. Although there are still problems, the system is considered to have been much improved since Ukraine's independence in 1991. The Supreme Court is regarded as an independent and impartial body, and has on several occasions ruled against the Ukrainian government. The World Justice Project ranks Ukraine 66 out of 99 countries surveyed in its annual Rule of Law Index. 251. Klovsky Palace, home to the Supreme Court of Ukraine. Prosecutors in Ukraine have greater powers than in most European countries, and according to the European Commission for Democracy through Law, the role and functions of the prosecutor's office is not in accordance with Council of Europe standards. 252. The criminal judicial system maintains an average conviction rate of over 99%, 253, equal to the conviction rate of the Soviet Union, with 254 suspects often being incarcerated for long periods. Before trial. 255. The Cabinet of Ministers building on the 24th of March, 2010, President Yanukovych formed an expert group to make recommendations on how to clean up the current mess and adopt a law on court organization. 255. One day later, he stated, "We can no longer disgrace our country with such a court system." 255. The criminal judicial system and the prison system of Ukraine remain quite punitive. 256. Since the 1st of January 2010 it has been permissible to hold court proceedings in Russian by mutual consent of the parties. Citizens unable to speak Ukrainian or Russian may use their native language or the devices of a translator. 257. 258. Previously all court proceedings had to be held in Ukrainian. 256. Law enforcement agencies in Ukraine are organized under the authority of the Ministry of Internal Affairs. They consist primarily of the National Police Force and various specialized units and agencies such as the State Border Guard and the Coast Guard services. Law enforcement agencies, particularly the police, faced criticism for their heavy handling of the 2004 Orange Revolution. Many thousands of police officers were stationed throughout the capital, primarily to dissuade protesters from challenging the state's authority but also to provide a quick reaction force in case of need. Most officers were armed. 259. Foreign Relations. President of Georgia Salome Zurabishvili, President of Moldova Maya Sandu, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and European Council President Charles Michel during the 2021 International Conference in Batumi. In 2014, the EU signed association agreements with all three countries. From 1999 to 2001, Ukraine served as a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council. Historically, Soviet Ukraine joined the United Nations in 1945 as one of the original members following a Western compromise with the Soviet Union. 260. Ukraine has consistently supported peaceful, negotiated settlements to disputes. It has participated in the quadripartite talks on the conflict in Moldova and promoted a peaceful resolution to the conflict in the post-Soviet state of Georgia. Ukraine also has made contributions to UN peacekeeping operations since 1992. 261. Ukraine considers Euro-Atlantic integration its primary foreign policy objective. 262. But in practice it has always balanced its relationship with the European Union and the United States with strong ties to Russia. The European Union's Partnership and Cooperation Agreement, PCA, with Ukraine went into force in 1998. The European Union, EU, has encouraged Ukraine to implement the PCA fully before discussions begin on an association agreement, issued at the EU summit in December 1999 in Helsinki, recognizes Ukraine's long-term aspirations but does not discuss association. 262. In 1992, Ukraine joined the then Conference on Security and Cooperation in Europe, now the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, OSCE, and also became a member of the North Atlantic Cooperation Council. Ukraine-NATO relations are close and the country has declared interest in eventual membership. 262. Ukraine is the most active member of the Partnership for Peace, PFP. All major political parties in Ukraine support full eventual integration into the European Union. 263. The association agreement between Ukraine and the European Union was signed in 2014. 264. Ukraine long had close ties with all its neighbors, but Russia-Ukraine relations rapidly deteriorated in 2014 due to the annexation of Crimea, energy dependency and payment disputes. In January 2016, Ukraine joined the Deep and Comprehensive Free Trade Area, GREEN, with the EU. blue, established by the Ukraine European Union Association Agreement opening its path towards European integration. The Deep and Comprehensive Free Trade Area, (FTA), which entered into force in January 2016 following ratification of the Ukraine-European Union Association Agreement, formally integrates Ukraine into the European Single Market and the European Economic Area. 265, 266. Ukraine receives further support and assistance for its EU accession aspirations from the International Visegrad Fund of the Visegrad Group that consists of Central European EU members, the Czech Republic, Poland, Hungary and Slovakia. 267. In 2020, in Lublin, Lithuania, Poland and Ukraine created the Lublin Triangle Initiative, which aims to create further cooperation between the three historical countries of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth and further Ukraine's integration and accession to the EU and NATO. 268. In 2021, the association trio was formed by signing a joint memorandum between the foreign ministers of Georgia, Moldova and Ukraine. The association trio is a tripartite format for enhanced cooperation, coordination, and dialogue between the three countries that have signed the association agreement with the EU, with the European Union on issues of common interest related to European integration, enhancing cooperation within the framework of the Eastern Partnership, and committing to the prospect of joining the European Union. 269. As of 2021, Ukraine was preparing to formally apply for EU membership in 2024, in order to join the European Union in the 2030s. 270. However, with the Russian invasion of Ukraine in 2022, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky requested that the country be admitted to the EU immediately. 271. Armed Forces. After the dissolution of the Soviet Union, Ukraine inherited a 780,000-man military force on its territory, equipped with the third largest nuclear weapons arsenal in the world. 272. 273. In 1992, Ukraine signed the Lisbon Protocol, in which the country agreed to give up all nuclear weapons to Russia for disposal and to join the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty as a non-nuclear weapons state. By 1996 the country had become free of nuclear weapons. 272. Ukraine took consistent steps toward reduction of conventional weapons. It signed the Treaty on Conventional Armed Forces in Europe, which called for reduction of tanks, artillery, and armored vehicles. Army forces were reduced to 300,000. The country plans to convert the current conscript-based military into a professional volunteer military. 274. Ukraine's current military consists of 196,600 active personnel and around 900,000 reservists. 275.
Yes, small break. The video is not to split, but I have to look. I have many Danish videos. Let's get some cola. I did finish eating my candy, but let's not eat everything. Now I made a lot of Danish videos, so I like to make this Danish video public. But I got a lot of cheap cola. Yes, got a lot of cola. Let's just put one more to my refrigerator. Yes, I just got 3 more colas from this little discount store there. That's cost like $1 American. Let's put one more